What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Max, aka the Mythical Froky, bringing you guys the week 2 of IDF. Your Delhi Dragonites are taking on Coach Shade and the Chicago White Sox. I'm really sorry if your name is pronounced Shad and not Shade because it's SHAD, so I'm not really sure on the pronunciation, so I'm really sorry, man. So Shade is a moderator in the IDF. He's a really good guy, and he started off with a loss in the first week, and we opened up with a win in the first week. So hopefully we can continue on our win streak and defeat Shade in the week 2. Let's hop in the team builder. What I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it. First, I forgot to nickname my mons for this match, so I'm really sorry about that. We are going to do it along the way, so just imagine that they had a name in the match. We have Mr. Wallace the Sylvalid. He is Dark type holding the Dark Memory, RKS system, multi attack, parting shots, Watch Dance, and Iron Head. Max attack, max speed, 4 special defense. This thing is here to stop the Bennett Mega. He has Mega Bennett. That is a major threat to my team because he has Will-O-Wisp with Prankster that can stop Zygarde, that can stop Mega Scizor, that can stop Zeraora, that can stop half my team. That could have stopped Bulu if Bulu was coming. That could have stopped Halucha if Halucha was coming. So that was like a really big threat. And dark types are not affected by Prankster moves, and I can set up on that thing. It's so yeah, Mr. Wallace is here to basically stop the what do you call it? That thing from setting up on me, like Mega Benetton setting up on me and just sweeping my entire team. Next up, we got Sneko. Sneko the Zygarde with Life Orb, Aura Break, Outrage, Crunch, Dragon Dance, and Thousand Arrows, Max Attack, Max Speed, 4 Special Defense, Adamant Nature. After a Dragon, he has some really bulky stuff on his team, like um, what do you call it, Heatran, and he also has Tornadus Therian. So I do not want those things to set up on me with a nasty plot, or Heatran to like Magma Storm trap me and do some stuff like that. So Sneko is here to basically break through them. Nothing much. Sneko is just going to be a setup sweeper for this game. Next up, we have Mach 105. I am so sorry that I did not nickname these guys. Mach 105. Yep. Holding the Scissoroid, Technician abilities, Force Dance, Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, and Sandtomb. Sandtomb is here so that in case we have to be in a 1v1 match up versus the Heatran, Sandtomb is doing some pretty good damage. 248 HP, 252 attack, 8 special defense, adamant nature. So yeah, this thing is like pretty. It hits pretty hard, making her debut this week. Her or his debut this week. We have I don't know how to spell Poseidon. Poseidon. Maybe that's how you spell it. Yep. So Poseidon with Scald, Toxic, Rest, and Sleep Talk. It has max HP, max defense, for special defense, bold nature. This thing is here to. He has Terrakion on his team, which is very scary. So this thing is here to stop the Terrakion from basically doing anything. We can hit it with the Scald. We also have Rest and Sleep Talk with leftovers. So this thing is just basically very bulky. Next up, we have um, Mr. Stinkers. Mr. Stinkers, the Muk with Assault Vest, Poison Touch, Poison Zap, Thunder Punch, Brick Break, and Power Up Punch. I don't know why I am bringing this thing. This thing has a really good special defense, and with no investment, it is 237. And we have Assault Vest, so this thing is basically here to take some hits from the Torrent and hit it really hard with the Thunder Punch, maybe poisoned with the Poison Touch ability. Next, last but not least, on our team, we have Zoldyck the Zeraora, Volt Absorb, Expert Build, Power Up Punch, Plasma Fist, Close Combat, and Knock Off. So once I set up a Power Up Punch, I basically just sweep through his team. The only thing that on his team is able to stop me is Ribombi, and hopefully that won't be that much of an issue. So yeah, this is what we're bringing, and let's hop in. Alright, sorry for that. I have a bit of a sore throat. Alright, I hop in the match and I see that there is nothing known as a Terrakion on his team, which is a great relief. I see a Turtonator, which is a bit surprising actually. I do see the Crobat, which is okay. Like Zoldyck deals with Crobat, and also Zeraora. Yeah, Zoldyck is Zeraora. Sneko deals with Crobat and stuff like that. So yeah, I do see the Rebombi, and I do not have defog on Mr. Valis. So that is a bit of a problem. So let's hop into it and see how it went. We wish good luck, have fun to each other, and now he leads Boggets. I don't know how I pronounce this thing. So yeah, he leads with Rebombi, and I lead with Zeraora. Now, right off the bat, I know that I can set up a power up punch on this thing because it is going for a sticky webs. So I go for a power up punch that does absolutely nothing. We get the boost, and it actually goes for a reflect. And I said, okay, this sucks because reflect now cuts my attack, physical attack power in half, which means that it does not matter if I have that attack boost because now my attacks are weaker. So I go for a plasma fist, and we do up some pretty good junk to this thing. So I do know that this thing is going down to another. Wait, I'm dumb. Sorry, I'm really sorry for this. Yeah, so I go for a plasma fist again, and we knock out that thing. So Zoldyck gets the kill. Now he goes out into Ballast Locus, which is the Turtonator. Now the Turtonator is going to Shell Smash, and it has a white herb. So I'm just going to click knock off, get the white herb off, and he Shell Smashes. Now at this point of the game, I thought that losing Zoldyck would hurt me because Zoldyck can come in later and just clean up the team with the set we are running. So I go out into Mr. Stinkers, and he goes for Scorching Sands, and you can see 4 special defense investment assault vest from +2. uh, how well Mr. Stinkers took that hit. It is a 3 hit KO at +1. I mean +2. Do you see that? On a special effective move. So he does not get a burn. He hits us with another Scorching Sand. I go for the break because I'm pretty sure Poison Jab is resisted. I was hoping that Poison Touch would activate and we would get that 30% poison, but we did not. So yeah, that thing goes down. Now I'm pretty screwed because I do not know what I am going to do right now. If I go into Mark 105, Mark 105 is dead. If I go out into Sneko, Sneko is dead. If I go out into Zoldyck, Zoldyck is dead. If I go out into Mr. Valis, Mr. Valis might be able to take a hit, but I'm not going to risk that because like he has a Mega Bennett sitting on his team. My only play here was to go Poseidon, so that is what I do. I go out into Poseidon. He goes for Dragon Pulse, which does 55, which is a lot. I do not like to see that kind of damage done on a Vaporeon. I decide to go for Scald, and we pick up the kill. So Poseidon there picking up a kill. We get the leftovers recovery, which knocks us to 51%. He goes for a Mega, and he goes for Poltergeist. Poseidon critically lives at 1%. We damaged Calgrid. It was a roll. It was doing 50% to 55% to max HP, max defense, bolt Poseidon. Poseidon lived on 1%. This absolute champion. I decided to go for a toxic so that we can stall it over time, and I thought that Poseidon did its job. That live was massive, and we can go into Mr. Valis and kill it, right? And this thing for some reason, Shad, I don't know what you were thinking there, man, but he for some reason decided to go for a Cotton Lard instead of Poltergeist. So I go on for that rest, and we get our full HP, which is like really nice. So yeah, you can see 49% damage there. We go for Sleep Talk, we get the rest again, that does not even matter. And then he goes for another Poltergeist. I go for another Sleep Talk. This time we get Scald, which does 42%. That is big damage. And with Poseidon picking up another kill. Now his only members left are Crobat, um, what do you call it? Heatran, and I don't. For some reason I cannot remember these mons' name. Tornadus Therian. So this match is pretty open for Sneko right now, and Sneko can just come in and clean up in the right circumstances. And he actually goes into Alto Rizgo, if I pronounced it right. Alto Rizgo. and that is actually really good for me because now when Poseidon dies, I can just go out into Sneko. Sneko can like dragon dance in this thing's face. So that's what I do. Earth power takes us down. I decide to go into Zygarde straight up and aura break. He goes out into Naveless the Crobat, and I just decide to Dragon Dance. He air slashes me and flinches me, which is a bit terrifying. I'm not even going to lie. But we just do not get paralyzed another time. We get a Dragon Dance off, and we absolutely obliterate that thing. He goes out into Joven Leander, and there we go, another kill. Just one shotted it. And then he goes into Alto Risgo, and Sneko can kill that with 1,000 arrows. And with that, your Delhi Dragonites are going to take week 2 of the IDF 4 and 0. Good game to my man Shard here. I There were a couple of plays on his part that I did not understand. Like, first was, why would you go out into Heatran when I have a Zygarde in my back and you cannot touch it? Why would you not go out into Torrent to kill the Vaporeon? That play had me a little bit confused. And the other part was, why would you not just attack my 1 HP Vaporeon? Why would you just, what if I wish protected? That would have still been bad for you, right? Why would you go for a cotton guard there? So like a couple of plays I do not understand, but anyways, good game to shed. And yeah, I'll see you guys the next time. Till then, peace.